Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here for Black Ink Crew Chicago Season 2, Episode 5. I forgot to say in the Love and Hip Hop video that I probably won't be in here next week. Because that's when I'm actually going to get my wisdom teeth pulled finally. I was supposed to get it done 2 weeks ago. I didn't let you guys know. But my oral surgeon called me the day of to tell me he had to reschedule because he was under the weather. I was like, what the fuck? You know, I was so pissed off. I was so ready to just get it done, to get it out the way, because I think I told you guys that I was going to probably be put to sleep and everything. So I just wanted to get the shit out the way, and they, child. Anyways, let's get into it. Black Ink Crew, Season 2, Episode 5. So Danny, she recaps, you know, her birthday disaster with Ryan and 4. Charmaine, she comes in and apologizes to Danielle or whatever about what happened, and then Charmaine, she recaps, you know, Ashley and her crew talking shit and all this other stuff, and how she was, you know, she talks about how she was, you know, wiping her ass or whatever, and she starts twerking and all this other stuff as she's demonstrating her wiping her ass and shit. I'm like, you just looking for a reason to twerk, Charmaine. I see you, girl. But anyways, you know, she says, you know, she came out and asked what the problem was, and they talking about the whole Snapchat picture and all this other stuff, and then, you know, that's when her friends jumped all in it, and, you know, that's when Charmaine brings up the fact that Dawn has another kid out here, and that's what she need to be worried about. And Ryan was like, wait a minute, he got another kid, like Ryan didn't know. And that's when Ford trying to play it off, talk about something. It's a possibility and everything, and he's confused on how Charmaine knows, because the streets is talking. That's how she knows. Okay. Anyways, moving on from that, we get Kat. She's on the set of King Louie's video shoot, and he kind of got a thing for Kat. You know what I mean? He says that she looks like an emoji. I like emojis. I said, this motherfucker here. Anyways, she comes out, you know, because she changes her clothes to do the video and everything. And, you know, he's, like I said, flirting with her and all this other stuff. And she catches on to him flirting with her. And, yeah, they do the video or whatever. So, moving on from that, we're back at the shop. Danielle and Charmaine, they bring a blow-up pool, some strawberries, and some whipped cream, and tells Ryan and Ford to change their clothes. And they looking like they don't want no parts of this shit. She wants to welcome Van with the sexy surprise when he comes in, but yet that's supposed to... These are your bros. I'm just saying, Charmaine. You know, I'm just saying. But, Van, he comes in all shocked or whatever. And, you know, she wants him to lick the, cream, the whipped cream off of her crusty toes. And, he does it. And Ryan, he's just disgusted, like, ooh, have you seen Charmaine's feet and all this other stuff? Van, he asks about, you know, Kat or whatever. And, you know, he asks where she's at and everything. And everybody gets silent, like. And then that's when somebody says, you know, she's probably upstairs or whatever. And he's under the impression that it's just an art studio. And they like, you know, she has a whole, you know, tech studio going on up there. And that's when, you know, Junior, Ryan's new tattoo artist, he's there or whatever. And you know, Van is like, what the fuck? And Van was like, y'all could have called me for this shit and all this other stuff. And Junior, he's like, I understand, you know, how you feel, and I'm not trying to step on no toes, I'm just trying to do my job, you know what I'm saying? And Van was like, you know, I understand where you coming from, but we started as a family and all this other stuff. And asked, you know, why Kat left. And, you know, Ryan was like, Kat was paying rent upstairs, but not down here. And he had to make a business move, otherwise they was going to be SOB, shit out of luck. And Charmaine tells Van about Kat laying hands on her. Charmaine says that Kat is not the same person, and you know, and Van is like, a lot has changed in 4 months. And Van, he starts getting real pissy about the shit, and it's like that this shit is fucked up and everything. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to, you know, kind of get on him a little bit, but I'm gonna continue to watch the episode and see what else happens. So we get one of Chi-Town's legends, Twista, and he's coming to see 4, And 4 tells Charmaine and Danielle to please refrain from acting like groupies. Twista, he walks in or whatever and tells 4, you know, what kind of tattoo he wants and everything. And then 4 asks Twista could he listen to his song. So Twista is listening. He gives him, you know, a little bit of brief advice on how he could tweak the song up a little bit and make it more turnt or whatever. But for the most part, Twista likes the song and everything. And, you know, hopefully they can, you know, do something in the future. And, you know, he leaves or whatever, and I guess he's supposed to come back like some other day to get his tattoo done. But 4, he high-fives Charmaine and Danielle for not acting like groupies or whatever. So moving on from that, you know, Charmaine, she comes in to talk to Ryan. She's had a bad morning, and Charmaine says she's not making as much money as she used to ever since she quit her corporate job to work at 9 Mag. And she got a boot on her car like a couple months ago or whatever. And I think did she say it was $2,000 or $200 for it? Or I can't remember what number she said, but she paid that off. And now she has to choose between her rent and her car note. And she said, of course, she's going to choose her rent because she's not about to be homeless. And she came outside this morning and her car was gone. And she found out that it was repossessed. And Ryan was like, why you ain't come and tell me about this shit? You know what I'm saying? Why you know, just let this shit go on? And she hasn't asked her parents for help. She just kind of feels like, you know, her parents had high expectations for her and she let them down or whatever. And he says, you know, he tells her, you know, I know lately I've been more on the business side of shit or whatever, but you still my family at the end of the day, and you should have told me if you were struggling. So he, you know, plans on helping her out or whatever. Moving on from that, we get Kat and Van. He sees, you know, he goes to see her upstairs and everything. He likes her new spot. But, Van, he's like, you know, why couldn't you hold shit down until, you know, I got home and everything? I was just like, what you mean, hold it down? Like, as if this your girl or something, Van. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Kat is just like, you know, he's just kind of going off on her a little bit. Kat is just kind of looking at him like, what the fuck? You know me better than anybody else. Kat, she only tells him about the second incident that happened between her and Charmaine. She didn't say nothing. I mean, I don't know if it was edited or something, but they didn't show her telling about the first incident. You know what I'm saying? It was just only the second incident that she told him about. Kat is like, you know, this shit would never happen if you was here and all this other stuff. And, you know, Van feels like, no, Van is like, you know, Ryan said that you got your shit and left. And basically saying fuck 9 Mag. And, you know, he don't know who to believe, you know, because they telling him one thing, Kat's telling him another, but everybody is against her. That's one thing he does know. But he thinks that things should have been the way he left it, you know, when he came home. And I'm like, now y'all know I love Van, but I'm like, nigga, you act like you the owner of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I understand you one of the tattoo artists and, you know, y'all started together or whatever, but yeah, I'm just saying. But anyways, he says, you know, he not about to work with, he doesn't want to work with Junior and all this other stuff, and that she needs to be downstairs and everything, and, you know, she's like, that's going back into an abusive relationship or whatever, and he just feels like, you know, everybody is wrong in this situation. So Ryan is meeting with a new tattoo artist named Cobra, and come to find out, her friends call her Kat as well, because her real name is Catherine, which the other Kat, we know her real name is Katrina. And he said, and Ryan, he like, yeah, I'm gonna just call you Cobra, because I don't really have a good track record with females with the name Kat. So yeah. We see, you know, get a glimpse of her work, and she has some nice work, you know, I'm impressed or whatever. You know, she tells her backstory. She got skin cancer at 15, and she was doing all kinds of reckless shit, drugs, skipping school, and, like, she was pretty much dancing with the devil. And she said that tattooing saved her life, and she got emotional about it. And Ryan, he felt like he could relate to her because he's been through some stuff, you know, and he talks about, you know, his sister getting killed and everything, and, you know, he hires her right then and there. Van, he's doing a tattoo for somebody, well, actually a cover-up for one of his clients that he started before he had got locked up. And, you know, he appreciates her being loyal to him, waiting for him and all this other stuff. And they, you know, kind of flirting a little bit. She says he looks delicious and everything. I said, you ain't lying about that, girl, okay? But anyways, he talks about how, you know, it was hard for him to be locked for 4 months or whatever, you know, and she was like, you know, I feel you. I was locked up for 2 months or whatever and all this other stuff. And, you know, he's still not happy about the things that's going on in the shop or whatever. But he plans on trying to, you know, get the family back together. So Ryan and Charmaine, you know, Ryan is taking Charmaine to get her car back or whatever. And he can relate to her because he's been through, you know, getting his shit repossessed and all this other stuff. And, you know, they get to the place and the guy tells her that the bank picked up her car, you know, the day before to take it to Milwaukee. I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't just have waited a little bit for her to, you know. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. I really felt bad for her. That was fucked up. Okay, so Charmaine is pissed off because she said that she called up there the day before and they had her car and they knew that she was coming up there the next day to get it. So like I said, it is, you know, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The guy tells her that it's going to be over $3,000 for her to get it back, and pretty much she has to go to Milwaukee to get it. You know, she starts to regret, you know, leaving corporate world for 9mag. She starts to get emotional and says her parents is going to look at her like she's stupid. And, you know, Ryan, he gives her words of encouragement and, you know, tells her that sometimes you fall, but you have to get back up. And, you know, it tells her just take it as a lesson learned. Don, he finally comes home. And he realizes he needs to come clean to Ashley. But he doesn't even get a chance to, you know, do that. Because she got a message from the other baby mama. And it was saying that, you know, your man is, you know, my baby daddy and all this other stuff. And, you know, Don is trying to sit up here and say Whitney is continuing to try to fuck up his relationship and all this other stuff. I said, motherfucker, your relationship been fucked up. I mean, if we want to be honest here. And it was going to get further fucked up either way, because if she wasn't going to tell her, you was going to have to tell her. You know what I'm saying? And Ashley, she's pissed off and she's yelling and saying, like, you know, you got a daughter that's younger than our son and all this other stuff, and how could he let that happen? And I'm like, because he's a hoe that didn't use a condom on top of that, you know what I'm saying? And she walks out crying and stuff, and, you know, she's hurt, whatever. But Don, he just sat there, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all know Don, he usually be trying to yell and try to make justifications for the shit that he did, but he just sat there, so I guess he must have knew how wrong he was. So, he's, you know, going upstairs to check on Kat and her new spot or whatever. He likes it, and he's glad that they could get back to, you know, being friends and all this other stuff. King Louie, he shows up and brings a bottle and shows her the video. And he's kind of leaving 4 out of the equation or whatever. It's just kind of almost like as if he doesn't exist. And he kind of gets the hint and he just leaves. You know what I mean? King Louie, he's trying to ask Kat out, like, on the date and everything, and she's like that they're better off as friends, and it's not a good look for her to be dating clients. And I feel her on that, you know. Moving on from that, we're back at the shop. You know, 4, he brings up how they should all do leg tats on each other, you know what I'm saying, and, Ryan was like, so what you trying to do, get a tat train going on here and everything, and Van like, you know, with who? And 4's like, just me, you, and Ryan. And Van, he like, nah, he ain't with it. And he like, they acting like as if Kat never existed. Van, he's not comfortable right now. And he was like, we left a team member behind. And Van, he's making excuses of her being young and all this other stuff. And Ryan is like, why we gotta keep on making excuses because she's young and she gets emotional and all this other stuff. And he was like, because for real, we could be right out fucking back, you know, in the parking lot hollering and shit and not have no damn shop. And, you know, Charmaine is like, you know, why does Ryan always have to defend himself? He's the owner of 9mag, and he ain't got to explain shit to nobody, which I do agree with. You know, Van, he says they all got to talk, and that's when Cobra, she comes in. And, you know, you know, Van is thinking that she's a client because he like, you know, what you getting done or whatever. And Ryan introduces her as the new tattoo artist and everything. Van, he walks out like a baby, like a big ass, you know, baby or whatever. And Ryan is like, whoever else feels some type of way, they could walk out too. And, you know, Forrest chasing after Van. And Van thinks that Ryan is going, you know, the way he's talking, he feels like Ryan is going to replace them next or whatever. And, you know, Ford, he understands exactly what Van is coming from. And Van, he's like, you know, Ryan is turning non-Mag into a dictatorship. And he's pretty much over it. And my thing is, Van, for one, that was very rude of you to just walk out like that, and that girl is just coming into this situation. She's new, and you know what I'm saying, already she sees there's some mess going on because you want to act like a big ass fucking baby about some shit. And it's like, you know, like Charmaine said, Ryan is the owner. He don't have to explain shit to y'all, and money has to be fucking made. He can't help that motherfuckers is dropping out or whatever, or like motherfuckers is half-ass there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs help. He needs help, you know, bringing revenue in. And you know what I'm saying, should understand that as a grown-ass man. But at the same time, Ryan, I'm got to get on you for a minute because we remember in season 1, you was the one sitting up here talking about family this, family that, blase, blase. And now you trying to be on the business side of things or whatever, and everybody else is not following suit. Like, you should have nipped this shit in the bud right at the beginning. You should have, you know, when y'all all first started this shit, you should have been like, look, I know we probably going to become close or whatever, because we're going to be around each other every day. But, you know, we're probably going to become family, but business is first. Like, you should have, you know, said something like that to just, you know what I'm saying, make it be known that it's about business. You know what I'm saying? Business be like we cool and everything. We probably going to be family or whatever, but business is first. And now that you trying to, you know, flip the script, I mean, shit, motherfuckers is flipping out about it. But at the same time, Van, you a grown-ass man, okay? And you need to boss the fuck up and get over this shit. Because shit ain't gonna change. You need to get over it. And you know damn well you need this motherfucking job because, yeah, you fresh out of jail. So you need to cut the shit, for real. And yeah, like I said, y'all know I love Van, but I just, you know, I don't have to tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? But that pretty much was the episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. Peace.